On September 16, 1994, the Ariel School in Ruwa, Zimbabwe, commenced a routine morning session. The institution, situated 23 kilometers east of Harare, registered 250 pupils in attendance that day. The facility's playground was enclosed by a secure perimeter fence. The academic environment operated under normal conditions, with students participating in standard educational activities set by the daily schedule. The architecture reflected typical educational infrastructure of the area during this time period. A detailed analysis of the school's layout reveals the classrooms arranged in a north-south orientation. The playground occupies the southwest quadrant of the property. This area features local vegetation, including acacia shrubs interspersed with sparse eucalyptus trees, characteristic of the region's flora. The premises reflect a layout designed to maximize both educational and recreational opportunities within the school's grounds. The participants involved include 62 students aged between 6 and 12 years, each engaged in various activities during recess. Observing the day's events, head teacher Colin Mack operated from his office, located adjacent to the main entrance of the school. His role included oversight of the school's operations, as well as ensuring the safety and well-being of both staff and students. The local climate in Ruwa during September is marked by stable temperatures averaging 24 degrees Celsius. The skies often remain clear, contributing to uninterrupted visibility across the landscape. Atmospheric pressure recorded at 1,013 hectopascals aligns with typical meteorological conditions for this region during the late dry season, indicating stable weather patterns with no significant anomalies. At approximately 10:15 hours, students at the Ariel School engaged in their scheduled morning break. The designated play area contained equipment such as swings and a climbing frame at the south end. Children moved in multiple directions, with some running while others occupied the swings. Their presence was visible through the large glass panes set within the classroom walls. The movement created a rhythmic pattern in the courtyard, audible to anyone present within the vicinity of the playground area. Approximately 3 minutes into the break, an uncommon auditory phenomenon occurred. The noise consisted of sporadic whistles, penetrating the air intermittently. The sound direction was identified as emanating from the southwest, beyond the school's periphery fence. The audible characteristics lacked consistency, creating a noticeable disruption among the students. This factor altered the behavior of individuals within the playground, with some pausing to assess the sound's origin, while others maintained physical activities. Inside the school, teachers engaged in routine instructional activities reported no unusual acoustic disturbances. The design of the school building, with its thick walls and closed windows, effectively mitigated penetration of exterior environmental sounds. Consequently, the adults involved remained completely unaware of any disruptions occurring in proximity to the structure. This auditory isolation maintained the ongoing normalcy within the interior classroom environment. Student V. Motanaga noted the presence of an unfamiliar light source located approximately 1.5 meters beyond the perimeter fence. The light emitted a low-intensity glow, characterized by its contrast against the daylight. It lacked any distinctive movement, yet maintained a persistent visibility. Its dimensions were unclear, but its luminous quality suggested a distinct anomaly amid otherwise familiar surroundings, capturing the attention of several observers among the student populace. At 10:18 hours, students at the Ariel School identified an object descending toward a clearing located approximately 100 meters from the school's boundary fence. The metallic object exhibited a reflective surface, visible through gaps in the surrounding vegetation. Observers, positioned in the vicinity of the designated play area, reported a clear visual on the object as it made contact with the ground. The object's location was situated westward, relative to the school map's designated southwest quadra, but no faculty members witnessed the event from their indoor positions. Observers congregated in clusters, maintaining a median proximity of 20 to 25 meters from the landing site. From their positions, they described a disc-shaped craft with a diameter between 3 to 4 meters. The craft's structure was consistent with a horizontal cylindrical formation, resting on its flattened base in an upright position. Visual reconstructions based on accounts indicated an absence of traditional flight appendages, such as wings or rotors, suggesting an alternative propulsion system. The observers, mostly students aged 6 to 12, stood their ground amidst the play equipment in organized but undefined groupings. Witness testimonies included sightings of entities approximately 3 to 4 feet tall, positioned adjacent to the craft. The entities were attired in black clothing, which showcased a fabric or material quality distinct from typical human apparel. Observers noted the entity's gait as consistent with an evenly paced movement pattern, unhesitant and direct. Analysis of the encounter suggests these entities maintained a distance from inquiring students, choosing not to engage directly. There were no reported instances of physical approach or interaction from the entities toward the schoolchildren. Several students detailed the experience of receiving non-verbal images or messages delivered through an unestablished form of communication. Accounts varied, but a common theme involved environmental deterioration and ecological warnings. These sensations reportedly conveyed scenes of deforestation, wasted resources, and elements suggestive of ecological instability. At the time of the incident, the recipients described these messages occurring without auditory input, indicating a potential telepathic conveyance. Discussions among students afterward revealed similarity in content, though each testimony contained slight variations in substantive details. On September 16, 1994, at approximately 10:30 hours following the reported incident, the children of Ariel School were observed returning to the main building. They displayed reluctance to participate in routine educational activities. Behavioral indicators included a consistent avoidance of eye contact and hesitance when engaging with objects associated with learning, such as notebooks and pens. Instances of physical proximity between the children suggested a collective need for reassurance. Observers noted heightened levels of apprehension, apparent in the students' reluctance to separate into their usual classroom groups. The school's head teacher initiated an informal inquiry later in the day. A control room adjacent to the main hall was designated for the purpose of conducting individual interviews. Each participating student entered this room independently. The head teacher recorded their accounts systematically, ensuring consistency in the sequence of responses. Descriptions remained invariant, detailing the observed phenomena with specificity. Recorded testimonies from the sessions laid the groundwork for subsequent investigations, despite the absence of corroborating physical evidence. Days after the October 16th incident, the event attracted international attention. Harvard psychologist John E. Mack arrived to conduct comprehensive psychological assessments. His methodology involved qualitative interviews, ensuring assessments adhered to established psychological criteria. Mack's investigative protocols included cross-comparisons of student testimonies and evaluations of emotional and cognitive responses. Despite rigorous scrutiny, observations revealed a notable consistency in the children's accounts, further complicating determinations of the event's factual basis. Post-incident, investigative teams analyzed the encounter site. Despite thorough forensic exploration, no physical traces such as soil displacement, scorch marks, or metallic residue were discovered. The absence of material evidence presented challenges to corroborate the event reported by the students. Photographs of the site from varying angles provided contextual cross-references, but lacked definitive physical proof. This gap in documentation emphasize the necessity for reliance on eyewitness testimonies. Post-incident, the Ariel School occurrence prompted varied explanatory approaches. Individuals proposed theories, including orchestrated deceit, representing a deliberate hoax. Others suggested a manifestation of shared psychological experience, possibly symptomatic of mass hysteria. Additionally, the conjecture extended to extraterrestrial visitation, drawing upon witness reports. This hypothesis posits an objective encounter with non-human entities. Each explanation is met with contention, lacking conclusive substantiation, and thus sustaining debate on the episode's true origin. Years following the encounter, witness testimonies from the Ariel School remained consistent. Longitudinal studies reveal minimal deviation in narrative details among participants. This constancy suggests durable mnemonic fidelity, resisting alteration from external influences. Investigations document the accounts through interview transcriptions and recorded interviews, demonstrating the robustness of memory retention among the initial witnesses. Such findings fuel ongoing dialogues around the reliability of human memory in phenomena involving anomalous experiences. The Ariel School incident's impact extends beyond immediate participants to the wider community. Follow-up interviews with former students indicate profound, enduring impressions. Many articulate shifts in personal beliefs and future aspirations. The experience reportedly influences their socio-cultural perspectives, as documented in longitudinal surveys. Observers note a marked inclination toward professions involving inquiry, such as science and philosophy. The event, thus, not only engages scientific discourse, but also shapes personal trajectories. In culmination, the Ariel School encounter persists as an enigmatic subject of analysis. Comprehensive assessments of the incident yield neither resolution nor